What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be diving into the Retro Cup, which is going to be a new cup coming to the Great League in Go Battle League next week on Monday, May 10th. Now, alongside the Retro Cup, we will also see Master League and Master League Classics. If you guys want to compete in that, be sure to do that. But we're going to talk about what the Retro Cup is about, what are the bans, what are going to be the top Pokemon, and what Pokemon I would suggest to you to invest in if you haven't done already, that are not only going to be strong for Retro Cup, but they're also strong in Open Great League and future cups as well. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, be sure to smash that like button and let me know down in the comments what Pokemon are you guys excited to use, what teams you guys going to be bringing. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so the Retro Cup is going to be banning the types of Steel, Dark, and Fairy. That means stuff like Azumarill, Galarian Stunfisk, Bastiodon, Skarmory, Umbreon, Scrafty. All of these Pokemon who have a typing, whether that's dual or single, so Skarmory being a Steel Flying will still be banned, are not going to be allowed in the Retro Cup, which is going to open the door to a lot more unique Pokemon and different Pokemon and a different meta that you guys can participate in the Great League. Now, if you guys want to check out the rankings along with me and follow along, you guys can head over to pvpoke.com, go to the rankings, and then just choose the Retro Cup, and that is how you guys check out these rankings. Now, the number one Pokemon is going to be Lickylicky. I think it's going to be very strong, but it's going to have quite a few counters as well, so do not worry. And I think there's great alternatives to that, and we'll be talking about that in a bit. Now, the first Pokemon I do want to talk about is going to be Frostlass. This thing is going to be an absolute monster, everyone. Without Bastiodons there to hard check it, or some Darks like Umbreon, this thing might get out of control. There are good counters to it, do not worry, but this thing is definitely very deadly. With Powder Snow, Avalanche, and Shadow Ball, you guys can hit neutral across the whole meta for a lot of damage. Again, no Darks, no Steel, which means Avalanche and Shadow Ball will either be doing super effective or neutral, which is going to be awesome here. Some of the top counters, obviously Alolan Marowak, one of my favorites, but again, Alolan Marowak can get one shot with a Shadow Ball, so watch out for that. You also got stuff like Lickylicky or Whiscash or Lapras or Shadow Machamp, because it takes neutral damage right from counter, and Rock Slide's basically going to one-shot it. But Frostlass right here I think is going to be huge. You guys are going to see a lot of Frostlass. You want to build teams to be able to handle it and have coverage for it, or bring it yourself. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, we got some Psychics here. So Cresselia, Hypno, Defense Form, Deoxys. There's some more Psychics down here like Mew, but I think those three are definitely going to be the big ones. I think of the three, obviously Hypno is the most accessible, and I think Hypno is a huge investment. I have a normal Hypno and a Shadow Hypno, both of which are very, very strong. And the reason why is it has great moveset, everyone. It has Confusion, and then you can go with a lot of different moves. You could go with Ice Punch, Shadow Ball, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Focus Blast. It's got coverage, everyone, and this is going to be a mind game in this cup, because is it running Double Punch? Does it have Shadow Ball? You may not know. Does it have Focus Blast for a XL Lickitung or a Lickylicky? This thing's going to be a monster. I suspect you guys are going to see it on a lot of teams, which is why Ghosts as well are going to be very strong, such as Alolan Marowak or Frostlass to hit it with Shadow Ball. Next up, we got Reggie Rock. Basically, because Reggie Steel is not here, Reggie Rock is going to be the next one. It's obviously very strong. I think it has good play in Open Great League, just not as good as Reggie Steel or Galarian Stunfisk or Bastiodon in terms of the role that it fulfills. But in this cup, it's definitely going to be strong, but there are also very hard counters to it, like those fighters or like a Whiscash. Now, we're not going to talk about Chansey. Chansey's ranked number 7. My goodness. Yeah, okay, Chansey's ranked number 7. This is why I think we're going to see some fighters, whether that's Shadow Machamp, Defense Form Deoxys, which is not a fighter, but it has counter, and then Medicham as well. I think are going to be very, very popular. Obviously, Abomasnow is going to be strong in this meta, and Dragons as well. So stuff like Altaria, nothing's going to resist Dragon Breath, everyone. Fairy and Steel are banned, which are the only two typings that can resist Dragon Breath, which means you will be doing neutral damage to everything. So I suspect we may see a lot of dragons in terms of like double dragon teams, maybe Altaria and Dragonair on the back line, or maybe Goodra back there as well, that new Pokemon, which is again why I think Ice is also very strong. Stuff like Frostlass or Abomasnow or Dugong, double legacy Dugong here, are going to be very strong. We also see stuff like Medicham, Drifblim, Jellicent, Whiscash. You guys are starting to see a common thread here. We got the Water Ice, we got the Psychics, we got the Ghost, and we got the Normals, and we got the Fighters, basically kind of going through here. All right, now when it comes to alternatives to Lickylicky, basically what you're looking to do, we'll go ahead and sort by normal here. What you're looking to do is have Bulk with Lick and Body Slam so that you can do super effective damage to Ghosts and Psychic. Body Slam for a lot of neutral damage because there's no steel types. And then the third option move, whether that's Superpower on Snorlax, Bulldoze on Munchlax, etc. So you got Chansey. I'm not even going to talk about Chansey. Basically Munchlax, Snorlax, or Lickylicky, which I think was up here. Yeah, Lickylicky 15. Those are going to be 3 great alternatives if you do not have an XL Lickitung. I myself don't, so I'm going to be going with those options if I do bring them on a team. Now, I also want to remind you guys that you guys can scroll up to the top here and you can see that you can change, this is overall rankings, you can change it to switches, which I think is definitely a big one to look at, which is why I said Frostlass is going to be incredibly strong. Frostlass, Cresselia, and XL Lickitung are looking to be the strongest safe swaps in this meta because there's not such extreme hard counters that they can't fight back against it, which is why I said Frostlass with energy is going to do so much damage. Stuff like Zangoose or Magmar Shadow or Omnistar are going to be some of those top counters. Basically rock or a normal type with ghost type moves like Zangoose, so that could be strong. But yeah, Frostlass, like I said earlier, is going to be very strong in this meta. Same with Cresselia, XL Lickitung, Hypno. All these are great safe swaps because they have moves that can hit back, right? Hypno has that Shadow Ball to do super effective damage against the ghosts that do come into it. Lickitung is just, XL Lickitung is just an absolute tank, right? It's got great spammy moves right there. But this is just a great way for you guys to get your brains thinking about what Pokemon you guys want to bring, invest in, and team build as well. Now, if you guys are a part of the patron community, you guys have started to see the posts I've made about possible teams, and obviously I'm going to be running those teams next week in battles, videos, and live streams and whatnot. But the patrons do have access to some really strong teams that I've started to build for this cup. But yeah, that is the Retro Cup here. A lot of great Pokemon. I think there's going to be a wide variety. I think out the gate on like day 1, day 2, people are going to really like focus in on a couple of these top ones. But overall, I think there is a lot of spicy Pokemon that you can bring. Stuff like Celia with Powder Snow, Body Slam, and Aurora Beam could be very, very strong. Same with like Wobbuffet. Normal cast form could be incredibly deadly. Lapras, Galvantula, Lugia could come in here. It doesn't have a Bastiodon to hard wall it, so that could be a very strong Pokemon. But let me know what you guys think. This is just going to be a short video talking about getting you guys prepared right here, kind of talking about the Pokemon that you guys will see, and remind you that Ultra League is ending, right? Which I'm kind of happy with. I love Ultra League and Ultra League Premier Cup, but XL Pokemon have made it a lot more difficult to compete for long term. So I'm excited for the Retro Cup now to be coming, and I'll be diving into teams and videos all next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what Pokemon are you guys excited to use here for the Retro Cup. What teams are you guys going to be bringing? And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.